Okay, so hi guys. So more properties of integrals. We're gonna first just review a concept, interval addition and subtraction. So you may remember from geometry this concept with line segments. Part plus part equals whole. So if you have this line segment AC, the two parts A, B, and BC, if you add them, you get the whole thing. So here, A to B plus B to C gives you A to C. Another way of looking at it is, so that was going from left to right. You could also look at it from right to left. So C to B plus B to A makes C to A. Okay. And looking at it backwards and forwards is helpful with this concept of integration. So example one, we're going to do two examples. Let B be a continuous function such that the integral from 2 to 8 of f of x is 7. The integral from -9 to 8 of f of x is 11. What is the value of the integral from 2 to -9 of f of x? Okay, so the first thing you want to recognize, guys, is that 2 to 8 is a forwards interval, okay? So positive base, and then we end up with a positive area. Same with -9 to 8. That's a forwards interval, so positive base, and we end up with a positive area. And they're asking us what is the value of this integral. 2 to -9, that is a negative. That is a backwards interval. That would be a negative base. So guys, the first thing that you've got to do is get them all going the same way. And it could be helpful to use like a little picture here. So we want to get them all going the same way and do part plus part equals whole. And we'll show that with proper notation. So in this little diagram here, I'm going to put the endpoints of my intervals in order of where they would fall on the number line. So here we've got 2 and 8, -9 and 8, and then 2 and -9. So we're dealing with -9, 2, and 8. -9, 2, and 8. And that's their order on the number line. Okay. And we are being asked to find the area under the curve from 2 to -9. So we've got this backwards interval there, okay? And so we need, all right, so let me actually call this, y. All right, that's what we're trying to find. We'll call this y. Because they've already used x, so might as well not use it. So I'm calling that y. Now, the area under the curve from 8 to 2, I want to think of part plus part equals whole. So do I know anything about that? Well, I know from 2 to 8, the area under the curve is 7. So that would mean that from 8 to 2, the area under the curve would be -7. Okay. Now, do I know the area from 8 to -9? I know the area from -9 to 8, that's +11. So that must mean that going backwards, the area would be -11. Okay, so there's a little diagram to help us. Now, I've got to use this concept. Part plus part equals whole. All right? So, and I'm going to use proper notation. So this that I'm looking for is a part here. So from 2 to -9 of f of x dx plus the other part is from 8 to 2 plus the integral from 8 to 2 f of x dx. And that's going to be equal to the whole thing, which is the integral from 8 to -9. Okay, so I'm using proper notation here. I'm setting up the problem with proper notation. And now I could see what these things are. So I've indicated to my reader that I'm calling this integral y plus, I'm calling, or this integral I know is -7. And then this integral there is -11. Yeah, so I've got y minus 7 is -11, y is -4. Okay, so the answer there is -4. Yeah, I think that's fine. It's clear to my reader what y is. Okay, let's do another example. So let f be a continuous function such that the integral from 7 to 1, that's backwards, of f of x is -2. Okay, so notice negative base, negative area. So if I had a positive base, that'd give me a positive area. The integral from 7 to 10 of f of x is 3. Okay, positive base, positive area, right? 7 to 10 is forwards, 7 to 1 is backwards. Okay, what is the value of the integral from 1 to 10, that's forwards, of this here? All right. Well, guys, all that we need to know, so this is two terms. So I could do the area, I could do the integral of this term minus the integral of this constant term. So I know from previous lessons how to find the area under a constant function. I also know that I could pull out the 2 here. So let me actually rewrite this. So this is the integrals. This is 2. Yeah, you can go faster than me, guys, but let me really break it down. So the integral from 1 to 10, 2 f of x dx minus the integral from 1 to 10, whoops, 5, that looks bad. Oof, looks horrible. 5 dx. Okay. And then here I can pull the 2 out front. So 2, the integral from 1 to 10 f of x minus the integral from 1 to 10 of 5. So guys, really, I just need to know the integral from 1 to 10, and then this I could find easily. So I'll do what I did before. So I'll go like this. All right, 1 to 10, that's forwards. So I'm dealing with 1, 10, and 7. 1, 7, 10. I need to know this whole area going forwards. Okay, I've got this. So do I know this area? If I knew the 2 parts, I would have the whole. Do I know the area from 1 to 7? No, but I know the area from 7 to 1. All right, so if the area from 7 to 1 is -2, then the area from 1 to 7 is +2. Do I know the area from 7 to 10? Yes, that's 3. So guys, this whole thing, this must be 5, okay? So this here must be 5. And you know what? To avoid a lot of writing, because you just want to show, when you're doing these problems, you just want to show some fluency with the notation. Okay, you know what? I don't want to do like too much writing. Shoot. Oh, maybe I should. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I think we really need to write it out. Okay, because that's the whole point here. Okay, so from here, all right, I'll say aside. I'll do like a little aside. I've got the integral from 1 to 7 of f of x dx plus the integral from 7 to 10 f of x dx equals the integral from 1 to 10 f of x dx. So this is 2 plus 3 equals 5. All right. So that's just like a little aside. Yeah, so I have that it's 5. All right, so I'm showing all my thinking and I'm using proper notation throughout that, within that process. Okay, so this is 5. So this is going to be 2 times 5 minus, this here, guys, the base, this is just a rectangle. All right, this is a rectangle here. Its base is from 1 to 10, positive 9. Its height is 5. Okay, all right, so this is base height. All right, so yeah, so this ends up being 10 minus 45 equals negative 35. Okay, so there it is.